Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is a 105 leFH18B2 French Tier 5 Premium SPG, and we're located on the north spawn of Redshire, and it's being commanded by Titanium Core. Now this particular Fifi, as we call her, Fifi la Pew Pew, is decked out in the What Arty Noobs colours. In fact, the tricolour, and we can see that Titanium Core is headed over to the east of the map. Now, the 105 leFH carries a German field howitzer. That's the leFH, and the 105 is the Calibre. And it's built on a French heavy tank, the Char B1, and that's where the B2 comes from. The French, the Germans renamed it the B2, not the B1 for their version. Now he's got a target. It's a Panzerselbstverleger 4C. Now that's the death toaster to most people, and he got a direct hit. The shell hit something that was on that hill because there was no explosion. Okay, just over there he's got a VK3001H in the village, round out. And he got a hit there as well. And we can see the destruction as that heavy tank moves round the corner from those houses. He's not there anymore. Nope, and the shell lands and explodes. But there was definitely a tank there that he hit. Now, Titanium Core is platooned with an AMX CLC BIS, and he's actually spotting from in the river in grid square F7 at the moment. But Titanium Core is firing on the entrance to the castle, and there's a Churchill 3, the Soviet version, and he's making his way through the grounds, and that's a direct hit, 97 hit points. And that's made that Churchill think twice about going any further forward. Rounds out. And that's directly on the engine deck. 109 hit points. Trying to go for it again. The great thing about the Fifi is its reload speed. And that's a kill shot. 112 hit points. He's taken the Churchill out of the game. And now he's going to try and get this Panzer IV. In fact, actually, the KV-1S gets the Panzer IV. And now he's aiming for that Panzer T25, that version of the Czech tank. Round out. Oh no, it moved too fast. Okay, the enemy is getting rather close to his position at the moment. Okay, that death toaster went down, so I suspect that that went down because of the damage he did earlier. In fact, both his platoon mate and he, Titanium Core, have 1 kill apiece now. And that BDR is just going into a dip on a downslope, which makes it difficult to hit. And both rounds from the Griller and from Titanium Core miss the target. Now I think you can see the crater left by those shots. One was the crater from a 15cm howitzer on the Griller, and the others from the 105mm howitzer on the Fifi. Round out on the Leopard. And I think he did damage it. He certainly did a critical hit. And the Leopards actually received a hit, and that time he got it. He finished it off. Only 8 hit points, but that was enough to do the job. Okay, BDR. Direct hit, 117. Even though it's on the downslope, he was getting a good strike. And you can see the red line extends from the vehicle, which means that the vehicle is interrupting the path of the shell. And this time round, he's got the BDR as well. And that was 44 hit points. Round out on the M4, and he splashes it. But only does a critical hit, probably to the tracks. He's loaded. Trying to get a round out on that M4. It's difficult because it was unsighted a few seconds before he was due to fire. Now, he knows there was a Panzer T25 seen in the castle grounds. Nails a KV-1S there. Round out, and that's a direct hit. 83. And the KV-1S is pulling back behind cover, as the only thing you can do in a heavy is get behind cover quickly, because if you don't, you will get killed. Okay, we can't see any of those now, but we can certainly see a Type T-34, the Chinese version of T-34. And there's the Panzer T-25, and he's making a dash across, round out. No, unfortunately, because there was a large reticule, he managed to get across the gap. Now that means he's fairly close now to Titanium Core. And Titanium Core is getting set for a shotgun, because he thinks that Panzer T-25 is going to come flying around that corner any second to try and kill him. And he's going to try and interrupt it, stop it. So he's gone to overhead view. The KV-1S has been sighted, and the guerrilla's going for him. It's easier to do it in manual view rather than going overhead in these circumstances. Here comes the Panzer T-25, and I think he spotted him. Yep, round out, and it's a kill shot. 337 hit points, but unfortunately he has been hit, and he needs to move because the enemy Arty is still alive. Oh no, the enemy Arty is all being wiped out. Beg your pardon. So that means he is safe to stay where he is. Now he's got the high caliber by killing that T-67 with one shot. 360 hit points. He's got the high caliber. Now there's only 3 enemy left. That Type T-34 is the medium. There's a heavy, the KV-1S, and the tank destroyer. Well, we haven't seen him for a while. He was last seen at the back of the map. Round out on the KV-1S. Now I don't know if it hit him. Right, he's loaded again, fires another round out, but unfortunately it just hits the rock in front. You can see that rock just there. Right, he's relocating. There's the KV-1S, he's coming. He needs to turn to face the target, because it's going to come right over that rise. The guerrilla's doing as much as he can. He's just shotgunned the KV-1S, but I don't think he's going to last very long. The guerrilla's coming this way. He's locked on, automatic fire, and yes, he gets a hit. But unfortunately, the KV-1S takes out the guerrilla. He's reloading, and he takes a massive hit from the KV-1S, but he shotguns him with the reload, and that gets his Top Gun. He's got 6 hit points left. There are 2 enemies left. A T-34, and the second one's a Wolverine. Now, we haven't seen the Wolverine. We did see the Type T-34 retreating. Here he comes, and he shotguns him, takes him out of the game. Oh, it's a Wolverine. My God, the Wolverine came in, but it was, where's the Type T-34? They're both coming in. Here's the Type T-34, and he shotguns him too. And that's a Radley Walters. My God, that was hectic towards the end. And that's a win 8 of 6-2-3-3. Oh my God, that was something else towards the end, that was. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. Well, it's an ace tanker for Titanium Core in the 105 leFH18B2. He also picked up a Bruiser Medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, securing incapacitations or module damage. And he picked up a Duelist for getting for killing 2 enemies who damaged him during the battle. He got a Gore's Medal for dealing more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. He had a Radley Walters Medal for killing 8 of the enemy. He got a Stark's Medal because he received at least 2 hits, and he did, one from the KV-1S and the other from who was else that hit him, from the Panzer T-25. And he also managed to kill at least 2 vehicles and survived the battle after losing 2/3 of his hit points. In fact, he had virtually no hit points left at the end. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle. And lastly, he got the Top Gun because he killed at least 6 of the enemy. And we can see the number of enemy he killed here. That's more than half of the enemy team. Right, if we have a look at the team scores, we can see he dealt 2,298 hit points of damage. Top of the table. He got the highest number of kills, 8. And he got the highest base XP, 1,139. He fired 29 rounds, got 17 direct hits, 17 penetrations and 3 splash. He did damage for 2,298 hit points, of which 1,444 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits, one from the Panzer T-25, one from the KVS, and both were penetrations. He hit 11 of the enemy, more than 2/3 of the enemy team, and he killed 8 of them. That's more than half of the enemy team. He also did damage assistance of 100 hit points. On a premium account, he earned 53,946 credits, and after ammunition repair and ammunition resupply, he had 45,346 credits left over. He received 1,709 XP, and it was ×3 for the first victory of the day. And he had an additional bonus because the Fifi is a premium vehicle, and because he entered the battle in a platoon with the AMX CLC, he gets an additional 34 experience points, bringing his score to a grand total of 5,845 experience points in total. So extremely good battle there, Titanium Core, and towards the end you were facing assault after assault from enemy tanks out to get you, knowing full well that you were the last remaining enemy alive. And in fact, actually, that Type T-34 must have been certain that he would get you, because he knew that your health was only 9 hit points and he wanted to get hold of you, but unfortunately he met a 105mm shell going the opposite way, and that ended his game and won the battle for you. So well done, Titanium Core. Thank you for submitting this replay to What Replays, and well done for doing so well. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in our next video.